I think Jaedon was definitely born as a leader, and he leads by example. When it comes to hockey, he eats, sleeps, and breathes the game.
Jaedon walked into the room, and there's just something about Jaedon that'll make you smile. He has a presence, and it's not a loud, boisterous presence, but it's just this presence of leadership.
Cross ice pass, shot is in for Jaedon Leslie.
Since I was a little kid, I remember my dad telling me, hey buddy, keep smiling, bury your head, and work hard, and whatever happens, happens. And I really took that to heart. Ever since then, I've always wanted to be one of the hardest working guys, if not the hardest working guy on the team, and I pride myself on doing that.
The one thing about Jaedon you can see off the bat is he cares. It starts before he even touches the ice. He doesn't care if he touches the ice 30 minutes or 10 minutes. I think that's why he's so well respected by his teammates.
He always wants others to be the best that they can. So it's really not about him, it's about his willingness to make others better, on and off the ice.
Hockey's everything in Canada. You would think it's the only sport up there. It's just a great way to get involved in the community, make friends. If I didn't have hockey, I don't know where I'd be.
Jaedon started playing hockey when he was about 5 years old. He played in St. Albert growing up. St. Albert is a really small community. So these boys not only spent time together on ice, but off the ice.
As I was finishing up my 19-year-old year in Whitecourt, the four St. Albert Raider boys, Connor, Jaxson, Logan, and Stephen, were in Humboldt playing for the Broncos.
Tragic news from Saskatchewan, where a bus carrying the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League's Humboldt Broncos crashed with a semi-trailer.
The team was traveling to Nipawin in northeastern Saskatchewan Friday afternoon when tragedy struck.
April 6, 2018 it changed my life. It was by far the worst day of my life. It's hard to even think about it nowadays, but I don't ever stop thinking about it.
The RCMP have confirmed 14 people have died and another 14 are injured.
We'll always remember where we were when we heard the news. It was one of the saddest days in hockey history.
We were all sitting on the couch watching TV, and Jaedon was on one couch and we were on the other. His face went completely white and we said, "What's wrong?" And he said, "There's been an accident." And it's the Humboldt Broncos mom, and I know a lot of the boys on the team.
The crash happened about 5. I got a phone call about 6. I had no idea. My first inclination was, oh, they probably ran off the road and went in a ditch. I called Jaxson 4 times and no answer. And so now we're starting to get a little worried. And then I think around 7 o'clock we started to hear that it was pretty serious.
I think the hardest part when the accident happened was the waiting. In that moment, we just knew it was bad. We didn't know the extent of the tragedy. Just that agonizing time going by, that endless texting. Do you know about Stephen? Do you know about Logan?
You're texting your friends, there's information going everywhere, and you're not sure what you're reading is true, and you're really hoping it's not true. It was just a roller coaster of emotions.
I don't think we moved off the couch for hours. In fact, my husband, I think at about 12 o'clock, actually grabbed me and said, "You need to go to bed. Jaedon, you need to go to bed now."
We ended up going to the hospital in Saskatoon, where we were told that Jaxson had been airlifted. Turns out they had a mistaken identity. At that time, they had told us that everybody that's coming in has come in now, and that if your child wasn't there, means they were left unseen, which means they were deceased.
Four of the victims confirmed dead are from the Edmonton area: Jaxson Joseph, Stephen Wack, Connor Lukan, and Logan Hunter.
I can't even put it into words or describe the shock and, the tears that would come. It could be any one of our boys.
Junior hockey is all about riding the bus. Lots of bus trips are the best times with your teammates. You get to chat a lot, you get to maybe play cards. That's where a lot of the bonds are built. When that bus crash happened, lots of stuff, when you go to get back on that bus, starts rolling through your head.
It literally stopped everybody. It just stopped Canada, it stopped the hockey world in general, and it really did turn into an international thing. I have friends over in Europe, Northern Ireland, that put sticks out for the boys. I know that we had done that at our home, and everywhere you went in St. Albert, you saw hockey sticks on front porches with the light on. There was this group of young men in St. Albert who came together, and I feel emotional about it because these young guys just wanted to do something. That's where Jaedon Leslie and I really reestablished our relationship and became quite close and started working together on this project.
After it happened, we had a large group chat with a lot of our friends where we finally came to the conclusion that it would probably be a good idea to have the 4 St. Albert Raiders members that were on that bus and create a tournament for them. We actually got people emailing us and calling us from all over Canada asking what they can do to help for the tournament.
Right away, a couple of the boys stood out kind of as the leaders of the group. It was Jaedon and Josh, and later on Parker came on as well, and those 3 kind of spearheaded a lot of it.
Jaedon, Josh, and Parker have had a friendship for many, many years. They have played on the same team. Josh was always the goalie.
I've worked with young people as a career now for probably 30 years, and I don't know if I could name better young leaders, the way that they took initiative on this and their passion for it, and never losing sight of just wanting to honor really their brothers. They named the 4 teams after the boys that had died in the crash. And for the most part, each of those teams were filled up with that boy's good friends.
We tried to do our best to raise money for the scholarship funds created for the 4 boys.
There were a lot of highlights in that first year. Family members of some of the local boys that had died in the crash that were there for the opening ceremonies. They spoke, they did a puck drop. And I know that it impacted them very, very deeply.
Chris spoke at the tournament. Not only was he dealing with the death of his own son, but he too has coached for years in St. Albert.
I'm so proud of all of these boys.
So for him, it was healing, a little bit of healing for him, to be with the boys he's watched grow up.
It was just great seeing friends that you don't see in a very long time, and you get to remember the boys the way that you would want to, playing the game that they love.
It has grown for us into something that was really hard to handle the first year to something that we can't wait to participate in and can't wait to help in future years.
This tournament, and especially for the boys that organized it, it was a coping mechanism. It was a way for them to try to move forward. At the end of the day, nobody's ever going to move on from this tragedy, and nobody should. But people do need to be able to move forward. And I believe that this tournament helped a lot of those boys start the process of moving forward.